I'm starting my own contracting business from zero money and a semi truck full of equipment. Do you think we can make millions of dollars, or are we gonna go bankrupt trying? Only time will tell, but I do know that sitting here talking about it's not gonna make any money. So enough said, let's get busy contracting here on River Bend Springs. Alright guys, we're headed over to our first field. 32 is the one, and we're gonna be putting fertilizer down on it with the sprayer. I'm thinking right about here we'll have plenty of room to get everything off the trailer. So I'm gonna fill up the sprayer with the liquid fertilizer IBC, which is right here behind the skid steer. Pretty small field, so it should take no time at all. Alright guys, our first contract's all done. Let's fold this thing up and empty the liquid fertilizer and put that back on the trailer with the skid steer. Let's get back in the truck and make a call to the farmer so we can get paid for the job. We're working in field 42 and we're going to be killing off those weeds with some herbicide. Again, I'm going to pull up to the IBC and fill up the sprayer. There isn't really good staging area to unfold, so we're just going to do it right here in the road. Alright, let's get this field sprayed off real quick. I couldn't get through to that farmer for payment, but instead of wasting time waiting for him, we'll just head over to our next field. I think it's 52, and it's a bit of a drive. This is definitely the biggest field we've done so far, and we're spraying off more weeds with the herbicide, which we already have in the tank. Let's head over towards town, and I'm gonna call up those farmers on the way and get some payment for the jobs we just completed. I was able to collect the money, and now we have 4,800 bucks, and I picked up 3 new contracts. The new jobs are all fertilizing, so we need to unload the herbicide from the sprayer. Just be patient. Hey man, I'm working here. What the heck? Some people, I tell you. Now let's grab the fertilizer, IBC. So this field is corn, and it looks young enough that we should be able to just run them over without causing any damage to the plant. Not sure why we're fertilizing this field, but a job's a job. Quiet road. Dark and quiet. Quiet road. Let's head back over to the trailer and get packed up. The bank account's looking way healthier with 9 grand in it. I know we're doing a lot of spraying here, but it's the kit we have. Let's head over to field 10 for our last spraying contract. There really isn't anywhere nice to unload the tractor down by the field, so we'll do it up here in the bakery's parking lot. Luckily, we had just enough fertilizer to finish off that field. Now we're gonna head over and do a log transport contract. This should be a good spot as the logs are going to spawn to the left. Not a lot of room right here, but it should work. Really glad we have this heavy track skid steer to get these logs onto the trailer. I'm thinking we can easily get 4, maybe 5 logs wide on this trailer. Last log going on, and then we can move on to our next job. Everything's strapped on good. We're gonna head over and do a rock breaking contract before we deliver these logs. I'm just gonna get these pallet forks unhooked and then connect to the rock breaker. Gonna head across the road up into the forest where a bunch of rocks with red flags are ready for us to break. A very slow crawl up here, but we're ready to go. 1 down, 3 to go. Contract's done, let's get back to the truck. These logs have to be delivered to the carpentry. Let's go. Just gotta get the trailer into the trigger and hop out, click that button, and get this contract done. Before we head off to get the tractor, I'm gonna just move the skid steer forward on the trailer. During that short drive, the checks cleared and now we have over 20 grand. So we're gonna load up the tractor and head over to the store. I talked with the dealership last time I was here and they said I could park some equipment in their yard while we work on buying our own property to store all of our stuff. So we'll just drop it right here by the parking spots and then we'll head inside and do some shopping. Looking through the sales, there was an unbelievable deal on this mower, so we're gonna purchase that. And then we're also gonna buy a weeder so we can do those contracts as well. I'm just gonna get these new implements hooked up to the tractor. Just looking at the trailer, we need more room, so we're gonna move the skid steer over to where our sprayer is and store it there while we do these contracts. The mowing contract I picked up is across the river, so we're gonna have to go on the ferry for the first time. I believe we just have to take a left out of the parking lot and down the hill. Unfortunately, the ferry's on the other side, so we just have to hit this button here and wait for it to come over. We made it to the mowing contract. We're just gonna unhook the weeder and then reverse up into the corner of this field, drop things down and get started. That didn't take too long, but maybe it'd be nice to add a front mower. It would just quicken the job up that much more. Let's load her up on the trailer and drive over to the other side of the map where the weeding contract is. I wish I could mount the mower to the front and still make it up the ramp, but it just won't do it. I'll switch these around and head over to the field with the weeder and get started. just a bit past 1:30 and we're all done weeding this field. We're gonna get packed up onto the trailer and head over to the store, and we're gonna purchase a fertilizer spreader. It's much cheaper than liquid fertilizer. Now I need to get the skid steer, remove the IBC off the trailer, and replace it for the solid fertilizer pallet. We're not going to need the mower anymore today, so we'll put it down here by the sprayer for the time being. We'll get the solid fertilizer spreader attached up, and we'll get everything onto the trailer and head off to do the last 3 contracts for today. The spreader's not very big, so we're gonna need the skid steer to pick up that pallet to fill it back up once it's empty. This field's pretty small, should be pretty good for the spreader, and we shouldn't have to refill it all, hopefully. Seriously, there's nothing in front of you. Just go around it. What are you waiting for? I honestly wasn't sure where to pull up, but this seemed to be the biggest area, so we'll just do it right here. One last weeding contract for today. Let's get her done. Now we'll just head down the road to the other field. I'll have to try to turn around on this really weird angle. Hopefully the trailer doesn't get hung up. Come on, that's gotta be enough room for you to go by. I left plenty. Oh, apparently it was just a tractor in the way. Let's spread some fertilizer. There's another fertilizing contract just down the road. We're already over here, so I can't not take it. So let's go do that. Hey, this is the field we already worked in once. There's no more weeds, and now they want to put fertilizer down. The field we mowed earlier is ready for fertilizer, so we might as well do that too. We seem to have a pretty good setup for making some money, so I think now is a good time to purchase a loan, buy a chunk of land, and put a shed on it to store everything in safely over the night. So I've been eyeing up this piece of land. It's a pretty nice size for the price, about $42,000. So we'll get a loan to buy that, as well as a $10,000 storage shed. First things I'm gonna store the fertilizer spreader and the weeder into the back of the shed as far as we can. Then we'll park up the skid steer and all of its attachments. While we're here, I can't help myself but check the sales. And looks like there's a really nice small cultivator, but it's really cheap. So let's pick that up so we can do some cultivating jobs as we get further into the fall. I got everything loaded up. Now we'll head back to our property and get this stuff into the shed. There we go. We can close the door, get the lock on, and then we can head over to the gas station to fill up the truck. Back at the property, I'm gonna park facing our equipment here, and we're gonna rest overnight. Thanks for watching the video, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.